You don't even have knowledge. That's why Brother Knowledge is here to guide you into the light of wisdom.
You don't even watch sports. He said all NBA players don't suck. I got a couple for him, especially one that sucked.
You think Brother Knowledge is a false prophet. Brother Knowledge is the savior of sports. This episode will be nothing but knowledgeable and something that you can show your small babies.
This nigga's so knowledgeable, he got the Chicago Bulls in the Eastern Conference Finals. Alright, man, I don't know where the fuck this co-host of mine supposed to be. This seat empty. But I ain't gonna wait for him, Jay. How you feel about it?
Nah, just go ahead.
Alright, man, you don't even watch sports. Episode 19. I'm Chevy Said. I'm here on time. I'm the professional one. I don't know where Tap Money at. We'll see in a second, I suppose. NBA season. It is back. It's in full swing. Headed to the Lakers versus the Nets.
Yes, it is, my brother. The season is back. Yes, it is. Good day, sir.
What's up, man? What's this supposed to be?
What do you mean?
This. What's this? Introduce yourself, Tap Money.
Tap Money knows, good sir. This is Brother Knowledge. Brother Knowledge. All knowing, all right. You got to understand, being a son of Thoth, the God of knowledge, I had to go back to my roots.
Of Thor?
Thoth.
Spell that?
Thoth.
So like thought.
But Thoth. God of
Go ahead. You talking about the God of thoughts?
I'm gonna tell you this right here, my brother. When you talk about sports, it's only right that I came appropriate, all knowledgeable that I am.
So what make you knowledgeable?
My brother, I am just a mere child of the moon. When you open the good book of knowledge, you have nothing but a wisdom, abundance, and all the answers, which I do from the rising crane of the eastern moon.
That's a Kung Fu movie.
No, my brother. Kung Fu would never be a sport.
Kung Fu not a sport?
Kung Fu is not considered a sport. No, it's not, my brother.
So what is it considered?
An act of self-defense. See, when you're knowledgeable like myself, just a mere child of Cedry.
Hey man, I don't know what you even talk about, but we talk about sports on this show. Do you even watch sports? You watch sports, Dr. Knowledge?
It's brother knowledge, my brother.
My bad.
And I know nothing but sports.
So, I think my point of this show is to prove that you don't even watch sports.
And I'm going to prove you wrong, my brother. Why would we turn each other against each other? This is supposed to be about bringing sports together.
Sound like a bunch of crockery to me from the God of Cedry. So, your boy, Pascal Siakim, man, he got benched. How you feeling about it?
A mere circumstance for the dear brother Pascal. Sometimes you have to sit down and get your head right. When you're going down the wrong path, sometimes you can be in a position where vision will open your eyes. And the vision is, sit your ass down.
They say they benched him for disciplinary reasons. You at one point was trying to say that this dude was one of the best players in the East, right?
But my brother, let's dig deeper than his stats. Let's figure out, why would they sit him down? What would he do such undisciplinary acts?
He sucked.
No, my brother, no black man sucks. Black men just fail to succeed because the higher power doesn't let them live and breathe and be free. Because see, the black spirit is a free spirit.
That's not sports.
You ever seen two cranes running in the field from a mountain lion?
A mountain lion was running the cranes in the field?
Have you ever seen two gazelles running in the field? Because cranes fly. See, my brother. See, why would you even say such notions?
That's what you said.
See, my brother, you're thinking too fast, but thinking in the past. You need to slow down.
I don't know what that's about thinking in the past, but this shit you talking sound like ass. I can tell you that.
See, you must be a rapper because those bars.
Nah,
see, you
man.
smart, my brother.
I know. Thank you, Dr. Knowledge.
Brother Knowledge.
All right, I got you. So, Pascal Siakim, man, he averaging 4 turnovers a game, shooting 39%. You still think you one of the best in the East? Or you think it's just a little blip on the radar? Because he sucked in the bubble last year too. Now
so we're saying he's in decline because of what? The turnovers, his scoring. He's not productive.
I think he was just overrated.
So this is the real Siakam.
I think so. What you think?
I think he need to go to our synagogue and pray with us, and we can relieve the stresses that weigh heavy on this brother's back, and we can get him back to the pinnacle that he was.
At the synagogue?
No, at the Pentagon.
The Pentagon.
See, we worship our good Savior Mitri.
That's the seed of Citri?
No. God, Mitri.
And who is that?
God of knowledge, my brother.
All right. So with with Siakam out and they put Norman Powell in place of him, the Raptors got their first win. So just a little something for you to think about.
Sometimes you gotta exact change.
Exact change, like when you go to the store, they'd be like $1.25, and you get them $1.25.
Yeah, you can't be out there playing with a $50 when you know you need a whole dollar.
That's deep. That might be the deepest thing you ever said.
Brother, this is Brother Knowledge. And I'm here to spit nothing but facts.
Okay. I feel you, man. So, John Wall, he debuted for the Rockets. You like John Wall?
I love John Wall. Love my brother.
All right. He put up 22. He went 8 for 20 from the field, though, with 9 assists. James Harden had 33 points, and they had Christian Wood step up and put in 21. With that being said, you think John Wall is going to be legit this year?
Long as my brother do not fall to the feet of injury, he will succeed like any other. He will soar through the European horizon, over the Pacific, under the Atlantic, swooping through the Mediterranean.
All of that from the European League? The European Sunset?
No, he will not. No, he will not make the European League. He will stay in the NBA. He will not go in the G League. He will remain a pro for at least 6 more years, my brother.
Wow, boy, you just hit me with a lot of words. All right, I mean, I guess. So, with that being said, do you trust the Rockets now?
I could never trust a man that's in ATL strip clubs with rappers eating pork.
During the pandemic?
During the pandemic, because he's this video of him eating pork in the strip club.
He looked like a little
with baby ribs.
With little baby ribs?
Yeah.
He looked like a little bowling ball, James Harden.
I mean, he once was one of our greatest advocates for knowledge, but then he fell victim.
When was he an advocate for knowledge?
When he was getting a triple-double with Russell Westbrook. Now look at him.
Speaking of Russell Westbrook, he averaging a triple-double again this year with the Wizards. Surprise?
That's a triple-double machine, my brother. That's a horse. That's a lion. That's a man who knows his purpose in life.
Russell Westbrook is averaging 20 points, 13 rebounds, and 12 assists. Now, they were 0-5 with him getting the triple doubles. The game that he sat out, Bradley Beal stepped up and put up 31. They ended up getting their first win of the night against the Timberwolves. So do you think that's going to become a problem?
The problem is not sharing, but the problem is not understanding. Understanding that there's no I in team, but there's an I in win. James Harden, go to the hole. Live by that motto. Russell Westbrook, go to the hole. He lives by that motto.
Okay. So what you want me to do with that?
I want you to let it sink in, my brother, because I'm here to spit nothing but facts and knowledge.
But that's
last couple of episodes, the way you was treating that brother Tat Money, it was oh so despicable. So he came to us, he asked for guidance, he asked us for help. And we said we will come and we will lay our hands upon you, and your spirit will be free, and you will be able to spit nothing but facts to your co-host will be wild and astonished and dumbfounded. But the way you came on the show, so prepared and so ready to spit nothing but numbers, facts, and sports.
I don't even know what's going on anymore. So these are the top 5 teams in the East right now, man. You got the 76ers, the Pacers, Magic, the Hawks, and the Cavs. How you feeling about that? You surprised this early in the season for them to be that?
All teams are brother with visions, pre-notions of being knowledgeable, but it was not strengthened enough, endured enough to be able to voice his opinion, is now proven right by his predictions. Those are all players that my brother Tat Money has picked in the past to be leaders in the East. Now look at us.
So,
Brother Knowledge is exposing everything on this show.
So wait a minute, Father Knowledge. Tat Money did not pick the Pacers and the Magic and the Cavs. He picked the Hawks and he may have picked the 76ers.
Brother Knowledge does remember the brother Tat Money picking the Pacers. He is all knowledgeable and he is all right. The way you're trying to blur out the fact that Tat Money was right, let us pray.
Hold up,
Oh, Father decreed.
Decreed. Who is the Father decreed?
The God of knowledge.
I thought that was the God of Sea.
Father decreed. Let's lay hands on this brother Cedric and get those demons of doubt, demons of unwisdom, demons of literacy. Literacy.
Demon of literacy? Wow.
Let's wake up his intelligence and get him to the level he needs to be able to do this show correctly. Zoomana, winna.
Man, you got a social distance, man. You know we in the pandemic. You know that, right?
I just want you to spit facts, my brother. Let's talk about these teams.
That's what I'm saying. Come on, author knowledge. This is the thing, man. I'm surprised that the Nets are 3-3 though. Are you?
No, I'm not. Dealing with a black man that think the world is flat. How can you go far? How you could not go over the edge?
Do you think the Nets gonna be in the finals?
Me being a betting man and always believing our strength come from my nappiness. And there's a nappy head player named Kevin Durant who can take them farther, and he is still to the core a earthly being, a being of no regret, no regard. You can tell by each nap in his head.
You seem like a pretty knowledgeable guy, right? So what I'm gonna ask you this is Dr. Knowledge. Why don't Kevin Durant ever get a haircut?
Like I just said, my brother, he's one with the earth, himself, his spirit. He understands the clippers is cutting away his powers. And the more he don't brush his hair, the more he come nappy on national television and embarrass his mama, he understanding his pure roots of being a godson Just like me, my brother. Brother Durant worships the same God, the God Mercedes.
The God Mercedes.
The God of knowledge is God Mercedes, yes.
I thought the God of knowledge was Citri. And then you said before that it was like aluminum or something.
See, my brother, you are still speaking too fast and still trying to live in the past.
I apologize. So the top 5 teams in the West. You got the Suns at 5-1. You got the Clippers, the Lakers at 4-2, and then the Jazz and the Pelicans at 3-2.
The Suns are our most surprising team, my brother. They're shining just like the sun bright. They're keeping what?
I've been telling you for a while they was gonna be all right.
My brother,
they was all right in the last year.
This is my first time being on the show, my brother. You ain't told me nothing.
Oh, because it sounded like when you started the rant, you sounded very Tap Money-ish.
No, this is brother knowledge. Tell me more about these Suns you so predicting.
I just think they're gonna be better. You got Chris Paul. You like Chris Paul?
Yes, I do, my brother.
Remember earlier you said no black man suck? You forgot about Chris Paul.
Chris Paul is an advocate of black people.
I never said that. I just said he sucked as a basketball player. Ooh.
I see we don't have to pray even harder for you, my brother.
I'm just asking you, man.
Continue. I'm praying for your knowledge to be awakened.
Anyway, so with Chris Paul, you got Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton. Like, that's a pretty solid lineup in the West. I don't think they're going to make it to the playoffs, but I think they'll be fun to watch. You said they wouldn't be shit. Oh, excuse me. Tap Money said they wouldn't be shit.
The previous brother, Tap Money, said those things because you were hyped by their last-minute run in the bubble. You were so excited. You were like they should have been the best team in the bubble. They should have won the most improved team. They were the more what team? What word were we used for this team? The Suns that rose.
You ever watched the show before?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, therefore, that's why I know you know what the fuck you talking about. I never said the Suns were like great. I never said any of that. I just said they won 8 in a row in the bubble. You don't think that's a pretty amazing feat?
You thought they should have got the 8th seed.
No, they didn't have a good enough record. I just said they won 8 in a row in the bubble. I never said they should have been in the playoffs.
Are you sure, my brother?
I'm positive.
Because this tape will be rewind.
We can do that.
Plymouth Rock didn't land on you. It landed on me.
Plymouth Rock didn't land on me. It landed on you. Okay. That's pretty deep, too.
You understand, my brother?
You heard him. What's your name again? Apostle Knowledge?
Brother Knowledge.
Okay. Got you, my bad. So, Pelicans. What about them? How you feel about the Pelicans?
A young, strong team with a blockbuster player. They're going to get 7th seed at most. Ball is going to be traded by All-Star break. And they still won't get past Utah.
They won't get out the first round of the playoffs. You could pretty much feel that. How you feel about the Lakers?
Those are champions. Anyone with common sense knows that's a championship team with championship DNA.
How do you feel about LeBron James?
Our greatest pupil, our greatest sponsor is out there worshiping for the God, Musalaga.
Masalago?
Musalaga.
What the hell is that?
That's the God of knowledge, Musalaga.
So how many gods of knowledge is it?
There's only one God of knowledge, my brother. You just don't hear right because your ears are clouded with judgment.
I've heard Mercedes. I've heard Musalagra. What you call the early C tree?
I just want to talk sports, sir. You want to know all about our history.
All right. So anyway, so you do like LeBron James. Sound like Tap Money.
Let's talk about this, though, before we go out of here.
Go out of here. We got a whole lot of show left, man.
Out of these teams
How long you on the books for?
in the West,
What?
out of these teams in the West, which one do you feel like will be upset by All-Star break in disarray will not be the same team they open up with.
The Clippers.
The Clippers.
Yeah.
It's all so it's over for those guys.
It never was started, in my opinion.
See, it's crazy because one minute you're unknowledgeable, and then the next minute you know something.
What haven't I been knowledgeable about since these microphones and camera cut on? Birdman hand rub. Tell me what I've been knowledgeable about.
Everything.
I hear that.
So
So
then, wait, I'm not finished cutting you off.
Go ahead, man.
Let's go back to the East.
Okay.
Same question.
Mm-hmm. Who would be the most upset? It would probably be all of them.
Can't be all of them. Come on.
Can't be. Well, nah. 76ers would be good. They have a good record. I think the Hawks gonna be fun. I don't know if they're gonna have a good record by All-Star break, but the Pacers, the Magic, and the Cavs, they gonna be in the can because you still got Miami, Milwaukee, and Brooklyn, and Boston out there still behind them.
So those teams with the hot start.
Yeah, you know how the NBA is. You always have teams start off fast and everybody talk about them, and then by All-Star break you forget all about it.
See, I know sports, my brother.
You know sports.
I just wanted to make sure the clarity was out there for the other people.
For the other people, the people who don't watch sports.
For the loss.
Because I don't think you watch sports either.
Do I look like I don't watch sports?
Yeah. You look like a motherfucker that don't watch sports.
Do I talk like someone that don't watch sports?
Yeah. You talk like somebody who don't watch sports either. But I give it to you though, you know why? Because you got the word knowledge in your name.
See,
Reverend Knowledge.
it's brother knowledge, my brother.
My bad. All right, so speaking of the Clippers, man, they lost by 50 though last week against the Mavericks. What's your biggest takeaway from it?
That Kawhi Leonard is the leader. Paul George is the scorer. And if Paul George doesn't score, he leads them to damnation.
Awful. Yeah, 15 points, by the way.
But the Mavs are who we think they are. A team led by a legend to yet be awoken at his true potential, which is Luka Doncic.
Say that last name again?
Luka Doncic.
All right. I don't think that's how you pronounce that, but I give it to you though. I'm pretty sure you know.
Going to the American schooling system, they teach you to pronounce words different, my brother. Going to our mother's land and learning our pure dialect, you will speak with such elegance and grace as a person as such myself.
Nigga, you telling me you went to school in Wakanda?
I went to school in the motherland.
Wakanda University. That's where you went to school at?
No, Hotel Rwanda.
See, man, that's man. Give me any other thoughts you got in the NBA so far, so we can get out of fairy ball and get to some real sports.
The biggest mistake we made, speaking as a Laker, was
Speaking as a Laker,
my brother,
so
was letting Dwight Howard go. We missed that guy. If we can acquire such being with stature and ability, I will sleep comfortably. Now, my brother, wait a minute. The Clippers are being exposed for who we think they are. A team with no organization, no leadership, no synergy, no anything. Just a bunch of baboons running in the jungle, oofing for the ball. Oof, 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 ball. The Jazz, the graceful Jazz, will just be an afterthought. But the Nuggets has a player that might be considered in the MVP category. And you might have to consider because there's nothing you can do with him, especially since we lost the figure, which is Dwight Howard. And that's the Joker. An assist machine at 7 how many feet fucking tall he is. Neandrial. See, my brother, I just told you about that American dialect.
Oh, yeah,
that Western schooling system.
You're right. I forgot you went to Hotel Rwanda.
They didn't teach you proper pronunciation. Like I said, the Joker will become the MVP of the league. Also in the West.
You think he'll be the MVP of the league this year?
Brother, the brother speaks knowledge and wisdom. The brother is not supposed to be questioned with insult. Let's go to the East, because you destroyed my thoughts and my vision of the West. The Bulls, Zach LaVine, should not be underestimated. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Can you give me a little bit more about Zach LaVine?
33, 23, 50 hundreds. He's a scoring machine. He is a focal point of that organization. They will acquire a player that suits him, and they will make the playoffs.
So you got the Bulls making the playoffs?
I have the Bulls making the playoffs.
And you just said Zach LaVine scored 1,500 points in the game?
No, I say he will.
Before the season over, he's going to score 1,500 points in the game.
He will average at least 30 points a game.
Wow.
25 to be exact. 23. Let's be realistic. He will average 23 points a game.
So you went from 30 to 23?
My brother, you fell from grace, but I was there to pick you up. So sometime play a slip. I am brother knowledge.
All right, man. I hear you.
The Bulls will make the playoffs. And that's my hot take, brother knowledge.
That's brother knowledge's hot take. I hear you. Heard it first here, folks. So, NFL Week 16 recap. Me and Tat Money, we usually do like this thing we do where he be like NFL predictions and he scream up and he pointed the air and I usually point down. But since we wasn't here that week, we didn't have none, so you can't participate in that, brother knowledge.
Because I'm glad I'm here. You are trying to hide the numbers, my brother. You are trying to hide the numbers. You are trying to sweep the numbers under the rug. Evidently, the Mr. Tat Money got every game right. And now he is caught up. And you got every game wrong. And now you're feeling the pressure of his knowledge. Don't expose yourself. The score is now 30-28.
I don't even know how that would be possible, Dr. Knowledge, but...
we're going to just go with it. The score is now 28-38.
28-38?
No, 28-30.
You're doing a lot of like funny math with this. You doing
27-30.
You doing worse math.
26-30.
You doing worse math than Tat Money was doing there, son.
24-30, final answer.
I hear you. All right, so the Dolphins, man, they beat the Raiders. You were talking, well, my bad. Tat Money was talking shit about Ryan Fitzpatrick. Ryan Fitzpatrick came in and saved the game for him. Got them boys in the playoffs. You got thoughts on it?
I didn't think the Dolphins would be a playoff team.
No, I didn't either.
But they showed glimpse of honor, of fight, of fortitude. And they should be a team taken serious because they have a stable defense.
Yeah.
They have a stable offense and they have a good coaching system. Miami should not be slept on.
Mm-mm. Let me ask you this: if you know anything about it, you think?
Oh, I know everything, brother.
I forgot. You right. You are sinister, minister knowledge. Um, do you think that the Dolphins coach Brian Flores? You think he should get Coach of the Year in the NFL?
No.
Who you think should get it?
Arthur Blank.
That's not a coach, man.
Oh, I know, my brother, because you know what coach should get it.
What coach? That's why I asked you.
The Bills coach.
Well, McDermott.
Yes.
The
Browns coach.
I wouldn't debate it. Okay. All right. I think I would rather go with the Dolphins coach, but I wouldn't. I see where you're coming from with those two. All right, man. So, speaking of the Browns, the Jets beat the Browns. Jets won 2 games in a row. 23-16. The Browns had a 74% chance of making the playoffs. This loss, they got a 37% chance of making it. Now, the only way they can get in is they have to beat Pittsburgh in Week 17. How you feel about that?
I feel like if they can't beat a team without Ben Hamburger, then they don't deserve to be in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Steelers are prepared to sit starters, and Ben Philly Cheese Dog is not even playing. So yes, my brother, I feel very confident that if Baker can't do this, his career is over in the league.
Ooh, it's a hard one. But might be the way the cookie crumble. I still think he got another year under that contract, but we'll see. All right, the Steelers beat the Colts, man, to get their ship back right, 28-24. But now the Colts on the outside looking into the playoffs. The Colts might actually be a team that win 10 games and not get in the playoffs this year. What's your thoughts on that? Is that more, I mean, okay, of course it's the Steelers, but you think it says more about the Colts now or what?
It says a lot about the career of Phillip Rivers. A career where 1 minute you're on top, 1 minute you're down. 1 minute you're consistent, 1 minute you inconsistent. 1 minute, it doesn't matter if you're black or white.
Michael Jackson?
It's in black and white. The Colts will make the playoff. The Colts is a team you don't sleep on. If they're playing at their maximum ability. If they're just fucking up, he's throwing interceptions, they lots of daisy. Then yes.
Lots of daisy?
Lax of daisy.
Lackadaisical.
No. Lax of daisy. Just shitting everywhere.
Like laxative.
Yes.
Wow. All right. So, if you say the Colts make it, then that means one of these 3 teams not going to make it. The Titans, the Browns, or the Ravens. If you got the Colts making it in, which one of those 3 teams not going to make it in?
The Browns, because the Browns are still going to fuck up against a binless hot dog.
Okay. Well, we'll see about that one. All right, and so the Panthers beat the Washington football team. The Washington football team, the importance of this game was the fact that if the Washington football team would have won, they would have got into the playoffs, right? Won the division, they would have been the number 4 seed in the NFC. But they lost, and then their number 1 draft pick, or their first round draft pick, Dwayne Haskins, ended up getting cut in his, second year in the league, third year in the league? He got cut. What's your thoughts on that?
The thoughts is Riviera had a point to prove.
Rivera, but yeah.
Riviera. You ever rode a Riviera?
Yeah.
My brother.
You still got a Riviera, don't you? You look like a Riviera.
That's a smooth ride. Smooth ride. And the Coach Riviera lost to this Haskins.
Mm-hmm.
And got fired following his loss when he was a Carolina Panther. This player is the reason he got fired. Then, to lose to the Panthers, coaching this said player, oh, how sweet revenge.
You gotta get out of here and think about it like that.
Get your ass out of here. But I don't think it's that. I think it's because he was in the strip club eating pork on video. Get him out of here disrespecting our God and Savior, Dilelakis.
The Bill?
Dilelakis, God of knowledge.
Oh. All right. I don't know what's going on anymore. So the Bills, they beat the Patriots, man, 38-9 to give Belichick his worst loss at home. The first time you ever seen Belichick show any emotion, man, he threw the phone on the sideline.
Any man that feels like he's above GOAT is beyond and beneath me. He thought he was better than a GOAT.
He thought he was going to get it without Brady.
Oh, how the angels have sang.
They were singing?
Yes.
Okay.
Ding dong, the witch is dead, the witch is dead, the witch is dead. Ding dong. See, Brother Knowledge is only here to spit facts.
Okay, Mr. Knowledge. So, the NFL playoff preview, man. We got coming up. NFL playoffs started 2 weeks. The Chiefs and the Packers got the first round byes as of right now. The Chiefs got their shit locked. The Packers should easily lock theirs down too. If the playoffs was to start today, the Browns would be playing the Bills, the Bears would play the Saints, the Ravens would play the Steelers, the Rams would play the Seahawks, the Dolphins would play the Titans, and the Buccaneers would play the Washington football team. You still got a couple of teams that still can make it, depending on a lot of other stuff happening, like the New York Giants still alive, the Dallas Cowboys still alive. Dallas Cowboys would need to beat the Giants on tomorrow and need Washington football team to lose to Philadelphia on Sunday night. So they still alive. You still got the Colts alive. And you also got the Cardinals alive. The Cardinals need to win their game against San Francisco. And they need the Bears to lose to the Saints. And then they'll swap around. So anything you feeling about that? You ready for the playoffs?
I'm ready to actually sit down and see men compete at their highest ability. Yes.
Good, because I know you was tired of watching basketball.
But the Cowboys will make the playoffs. They will.
Cowboys would need to beat the Giants, and
After this
the football team would need to lose.
year that they had to endure,
That would be a big accomplishment for them.
they will still make the playoffs. This will show you adversity can take you far if you believe in the signs and smell the apricots.
The God of wisdom?
No, you just got to smell the apricots.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you about these teams. I want you to tell me, would you be surprised if any of these teams won a Super Bowl, okay?
Let's go. Let's speak knowledge.
The Buffalo Bills, would you be surprised if they won a Super Bowl?
No, I would not be surprised because I'm knowledgeable.
The Cleveland Browns.
I know sports and I know heart. No, I would not be surprised. I know things.
You wouldn't be surprised if the Browns made the Super Bowl.
I would not be surprised. I would not.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, would you be surprised if they made the Super Bowl?
Brother, I am brother knowledge. No, I will not be surprised.
The Chicago Bears.
Yes, brother knowledge will not understand and feel like our gods have turned their back upon us.
The Bears made the playoffs. Win the Super Bowl. Okay. What about the Rams?
Brother knowledge know that would never happen.
So you would be surprised if they won it?
Yes, I would be surprised if they even get that far.
Yeah, me too. All right, what about the Miami Dolphins?
Brother knowledge believes in the underdog, believe in faith, believe in the prophecy of a great quarterback who will sit on the bench, get a starting position, sit on the bench, come out there and still lead his team. It was prophesied to be a backup, to be a starter, to be a starter back.
A starter back. All right. And what about the Washington football team?
Brother knowledge knows of no said traditions, ancient rituals, or false prophets, or those wetbacks.
That's not what you're supposed to say, man.
Brother Knowledge do not acknowledge any offensive tones in his statements.
He doesn't acknowledge any offensive tones in his statements. Brother Knowledge doesn't acknowledge offensive tones in his statements. You heard it here first, because you don't even watch sports. All right.
Could you watch Knowledge?
So, since you're pretty knowledgeable about, since you're pretty knowledgeable about all that stuff, man, had another COVID outbreak in the NFL this week. That kind of explained why the Browns lost to the Jets. The Browns didn't have any of the receivers or offensive linemen. Everybody was out with COVID, so they were playing with like practice team members. The Saints, they lose their whole running back core. That's no Alvin Kamara, no Murray. None of those guys will be playing. And they final game this year against the Panthers. You also had the Steelers. They got hit again. Joe Hayden got COVID, so he's out for the last game. And I'm pretty sure they're going to have to do contact tracing and probably sit the rest of that defense for that last game or whatever. And in Tampa Bay, they got hit with the COVID. They lost all of their linebackers for their final game against the Falcons this week. So that's how COVID been doing it.
This year has proven that the great American pastime has been the most great American failure.
You think the NFL failed this year?
Yes, after the NBA proved you can play a COVID-less season by following protocol and believing in your guidance and your big brothers and your forefathers and your seasons and your ancestors and your birthrights. Bring your birthright to be great. And NFL players didn't even want to be great this season. They just wanted to go out there and collect a check and not respect protocol and not stay away from pork and strip clubs.
I disagree with you on that. I think the NFL did a hell of a lot better than I expected them to. I didn't expect them to get past week 3.
And I didn't expect you to be knowledgeable, my brother, until I sat beside you and realized brother knowledge was needed.
You didn't expect me to be knowledgeable until you sat down next to me and realized that brother knowledge needed to be needed, right?
Yes.
Wow.
I sat there and watched 18 episodes of this show and knew.
You just said you didn't watch any episodes of it.
Brother knowledge, see, you're too busy talking fast and living in the past, my brother.
Man, I don't know what you be talking about.
I watched 18 episodes of You Speak Unknowledgeable, and I knew it was time for me to take the body of our pupil, our finest pupil, Brother Tech Money, a loyal, intelligent, smart vessel who we shall speak through and guide for success in the future betterment of you don't even watch sports. Knowledge is here. Never fear. Your sports savior is here.
College football championship is set. You got Alabama playing Ohio State. 12-0 Alabama versus 7-0 Ohio State.
Ohio State smacked the shit out of Clemson.
You watched that?
I seen a beatdown, yes. I seen a team that was supposed to be on the big stage be upstaged because they wasn't engaged.
Yeah, okay. Well, did you see the Alabama game?
Alabama, who Alabama is.
Yeah, they ran through Notre Dame, I heard. I didn't watch any of it. I'm still boycotting. So, the college football championship played January the 11th, man. That's the two teams, Alabama and Ohio State. Alabama are the favorites right now. I think it's 6-point favorites.
I got 5 pounds of pig feet on Ohio State.
5 pounds of pig feet. All right. So me and Tat Money, we do this thing. At the end of the show, we do our top 5. This week, our top 5 is our 5 favorite teams of all time. All right?
Let's go.
You got 5 favorite teams?
Brother Knowledge has more than 5. Brother Knowledge has every favorite team ever to be assembled.
We only asking you for 5. Okay, Dr. Knowledge?
Let's go.
All right. My 5th favorite team of all time is the 1991 Michigan Wolverines, the Fab Five. Chris Webber, Juwan Howard, Jalen Rose. They had the other dude, Kane. He was pretty good. Man, it was a solid team. That's my number 5 pick.
That's a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
Brother Knowledge 15 is, would that be the 95, 96, 97, 98 Braves with David Justice in them?
Yeah.
Otis Nixon, Tom Glavine, Greg Maddox, John Smoltz,
Yeah.
Fred McGriff,
That was all
Chipper Jones.
That was a good pick. I like that.
Ever since seeing Holly Berry sit in those stands and root for David Justice, I knew that I wanted to be a player rooted for in the league. So Brother Knowledge played for the Braves. You didn't know that, did you?
No.
Yes, I played preseason. Savannah Braves.
Hmm.
You remember Savannah had the Braves?
Never recalled it.
Yes. Before they was the Sandnats, who were they?
The Cardinals.
And before the Cardinals, who were they?
I think like the Grays or something like that.
They were the Braves.
I don't think so.
Savannah had the
So
Braves.
you was around in the 1940s? That's what you're saying?
Savannah had the Braves.
Okay.
Google it. Put it up there at the bottom. Brother Knowledge is aware of that little white guy that appears every time a fact is needed. And that's a fact. Savannah Braves was an actual team in Savannah.
And you played for them?
No, my brother. No, you're mistaken. I said Atlanta Braves. You're speaking fast and living in the past.
All right, man. If you say so. My 4th favorite team of all time is the Lakers from 2000 to 2003 when they three-peat with Kobe and Shaq. The best version of the Lakers I've ever seen so far.
You look like you will pick a team as such when Eddie Jones was the best player. All right. My 4th best team was the 95 Bulls. Just like that. The Bulls. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen.
Okay. You finished?
That's my 4th. I don't have need a special reason. There's no team better than the Bulls.
All right. I'm glad you
In
said
basketball history, the Bulls are the best team ever.
I'm glad you said that. Number 3 on my team is the 2003 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In my opinion, they had the best defense of my lifetime. Ended up winning the Super Bowl, first and only Super Bowl for Tampa Bay.
Is this when you became such a Tampa Bay worshiper? A
No.
false prophet, living the life under a false god?
For like the 1000th time, I've been a Tampa Bay fan since like '89, dude. That joke is played out. It's not gonna work anymore. Oh, I forgot. That's a Tat Money joke.
Brother Knowledge doesn't tell jokes. He doesn't even have a humor.
Yeah, I can tell Professor Knowledge doesn't really know much about Tampa Bay Buccaneers or sports. But go ahead, though.
Or your fellowship of such a brand.
I hear that.
My 3rd pick is a team you will probably be. I didn't even know that would be your team. Who? Why? Why not? And that's the Serena and Venus Williams duo in tennis. The greatest duo team to ever be assembled. Cheated in Wimbledon multiple times.
Say that again.
Brother Knowledge does not repeat facts, but only spit facts. And I can't tell you a year that they're the greatest. They're just my greatest duo. Because if you ever seen the legendary Serena Williams in any of her leather clad that's tight, that's so distracting, you will forget which year it is and just focus on that ass.
Man, you in real pervert mode just now.
Brother Knowledge does not think or feel that anything he said was of a perverted nature, but of a manly nature.
You just sat on the sports show and talked about a chick in a leather thing, and then you made the sound afterwards that went, That seem a little pervertish to you?
Brother Knowledge would never fall victims to the flesh.
Vixen?
Victim
Okay.
to the sins of the flesh. Brother Knowledge will leap towards it for Serena Williams. Sin and all. Ass all in Brother Knowledge's face. He will suck the air out of the box of a Serena Williams. And that's a fact.
After she played at Wimbledon, that's what you call it?
After she played at Wimbledon.
That's crazy. My number 2 team on my list is the 2001 Miami Hurricanes. Probably the best college football team I ever seen in my life. You know how many people they had get drafted in the NFL in that first round? 17. You're never going to get higher than that.
That's the greatest college football team organization ever assembled.
Yeah. So that's number 2 on my list.
The most exciting, the most explosive.
Yeah, they just dominated, yeah.
My next team will be the heel team. The Heatles. LeBron. After the decision with the mighty Robin, the mighty Nightwing, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade.
Chris Bosh would have been, well, no. The whole time we was making those jokes about Chris Bosh really should have been Robin if LeBron was Batman and Dwayne Wade was more like
Nightwing.
Batwoman.
He's more like Batwoman now with that. Oh, I can't say that on this show.
Please don't.
Banned.
Please don't. Please.
Brother Knowledge is smart enough to shut the fuck up and get out of that joke.
Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and wrap this up.
Damn it.
But number 1 team on my list is the 1996 Chicago Bulls, man. They had a lineup that they used to use where Rodman played the center, Kukoc was at the 4, Pippen was at the 3, Jordan played the 2, of course, and Ron Harper was the point guard. I think that was a mean combination of men to have on the court for a 5. But yeah, like Pastor Knowledge said.
Brother Knowledge.
My bad. Like he said the last time, best basketball team of all time.
No. And that's why I threw my other teams higher. Because the best basketball team of all time is the Dream Team. With the rookie Michael Jordan, a withered body, Larry Bird, a player that's still trying to fight for dominance as the leader of the league in Magic Johnson, a perverted mailman that is just waiting on little British girls to be running outside the hotel of young age so he can seduce to ride in his truck, a passer like Stockton, a glider like Clyde Drexler, a sniper like Marlin. I will not name the other players.
Because you don't even watch sports.
Why do I have to name the rest of the puny players? David Robinson. But I will like to skip to unmentioned Isaiah Thomas that was slighted from this greatest team ever assembled.
All right. So that's a pretty good solid 5. You ever heard of YouTube?
No, Brother Knowledge do not hear about YouTube. Brother Knowledge is YouTube.
Go on YouTube and subscribe to You Don't Even Watch Sports. Click the notifications. Follow us on Instagram and all of that. Anything else you got to say from my co-host, the illustrious Professor Knowledge?
On the 7th twilight, your Savior will appear under the blood moon under the orchard of the chili litter of Applebee's, not during happy hour, but on a Tuesday of a milkings of a baby goat, you will understand that knowledge is all power, and our God, Herabites, will lead us to salvation, and knowledge shall reign supreme. I am Brother Knowledge, a child of Mukalakas.
Where'd you get them glasses from?
All knowledgeable students of Mukalakas is presented these pair of glasses of knowledge and wisdom where we can see the truth. I take these glasses off, I am just a mere dumb baby.